I don't always listen to sports radio, but when I do, I prefer the sports Goombahs. Stay loyal, my friends.
Hey, yo, be guy's voice doing our show. Put him in the bathroom. Hello, everybody. Cashy the King here. Welcome to the Sports Goombahs. I got my chef way to the left, Brendan B. Mikey the Wall. Special guest star. We got Laura. Laura from Bensalem, Pennsylvania, maybe? Yeah. Joining us tonight on the Sports Goombahs to give us a little bit of the female, version of what went on this weekend in sports. For the most part. Sports Goombahs brought to you by Castle Public Adjusters. You can pass or call 215-752-1237 or check them out at castlepa.com. All right, guys. Beautiful weekend for sports. It's still a real pleasure being a sports fan in Philadelphia. We're either losing sporting events or beating people up. We're lying, one or the other. I sat through the Eagle game, because I have to. It's the way it is, and because I got to report to the show. Because if I don't watch the game, I can't sit here and tell you guys, what's going down.
I watched it too. It was awful.
Well, the way I see it is they talk about everybody giving up on the team, Chip losing his football team, that kind of stuff. This kind of debacle doesn't happen in the NFL. This is NFL football. When you see something like this after a couple of weeks, you got to say to yourself, is this a business plan here? Is this a Jeffrey Lurie, Chip Kelly business plan? Because when things go this bad on, on a 2 week, well, actually say 3 weeks, the last 10 quarters of football have been disgusting. I mean, not even NFL worthy. So in the past, when you've heard about teams going bad on their coaches, it never looks this bad. It never looks to where you go to instant replay and see guys just standing around doing nothing. Guys and multiple guys in the locker room talking about each other. All right. There comes a point to where you're still a professional. This is still your job. You play out the game. This is the NFL. This is not street ball. This isn't some third-ranked college or somewhere or a group playing semi-pro. You know what I mean? So to see what's going on with but to see what's going on in this league, it still, once again, it's the NFL. You're still getting paid millions of dollars to do this type of stuff, So you still play it out. To say that Chip's losing the team, I don't know if he's losing the team. I don't know if the team's losing. I don't know where the mutiny is. I don't even know if there is a mutiny here. This could be just the fact that this is not a talented football team, but that bad? Can these players be that bad? To get to the NFL, you have to be some sort of talented, right? To catch a football and to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
You had said, you were disgusted. I think more importantly, you should have been pissed off. You should have been pissed off watching this team because you know what? At some point, like you'd said it, you play for pride, you play for whatever, but I'm pissed off because that's not what I expect. If your team's going to quit, then why should I want a refund for my ticket sales? If they can't go out there and play a whole game, there were guys not even trying, and that's the sad part. Like I can't. If I didn't try, I'd get fired from my job. If you weren't doing your work, you get fired for your job.
This is NFL football.
That's bullshit. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that, Cashy. That's ridiculous.
This isn't a bartender.
I don't care. It's more important. It's more money involved. That's why. You don't think any of those owners would sit there and go, "Hey, you know what? You didn't die for that ball. Next time you don't do that, I'm going to cut you." There shouldn't be there should be.
You're talking about you're talking about what you're seeing there on actual TV.
Yes.
Okay, but there's more to it than this. This just doesn't happen in the NFL. A team doesn't fall apart like this.
So it's different for the NFL than it is for other sports?
You're goddamn right it is. The NFL is
so it's okay for you to bitch about hockey every week, right? And talking about how I'm watching the Flyers. It's a horrible product. I gotta shell money for that.
Time out.
So
I guess I'm coming across wrong here. Okay, I'm trying to point out.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying you are.
I'm trying to point out that there's something else going on here other than guys not playing football. Okay, there's a problem between management, the coach, the team, whatever, or this is Jeffrey Lurie's business plan of what he's doing, because you can't write this bullshit like this. You can't be this bad in the last 10 quarters of football and be an NFL team. I've never seen it. I've never seen a team go this bad, this fast.
I don't know if my microphone's on because I don't hear a goddamn thing in my headphones.
Neither do I.
I barely hear you.
All right, so it's not me. It's Cashy. I know you're trying to silence me. You can't do it. You can't silence me. I can continue to talk, but again, I don't think anyone's hearing what I'm saying. You're saying, is he losing the team? I think he lost the team. It's completely gone. It's like you said, the last 10 quarters have been truly all. I don't have the numbers of how bad they've been outscored, but it's pretty bad. After the Tampa game, I literally said, if they lose like they just lost, Chip Kelly should be fired. There we go. I'm starting to hear something. He should be fired before he even gets off the plane back in Philadelphia. And he lost just as bad, if not worse than it. I think it was worse than the Tampa Bay game. I think the game on Thursday was worse than the Tampa game.
Absolutely.
I don't know if the score was as bad, but they looked worse. Detroit is a bad team. They literally scored at will.
And whenever they wanted to.
At will.
Exactly. Hey, and see, when I say that, you're giving them. It sounded like to me that you were giving them a pass almost. Like, oh, it's okay. And if this is the game plan, like you said, if this is the game plan, like this is Lurie, it's a horrible plan. It's a horrible plan. There's so many disgusted and pissed off fans out there. And if your whole thing is to ride it out and say, oh, Chip's our man, this was the whole game plan a while ago, playing stupid or whatever. It's a horrible plan. If that's the whole case, if that's what you're saying.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just looking at this. I'm not saying who's doing what where. What I just said when I opened the show up was that this is so bad, you can't write this stuff, okay, in a professional football team. You don't really see it. You can't sit here with me and say you go back the last 10, 20 years and seen a debacle of a football team like this in a matter of 3 weeks. Now, I know things were going bad in the beginning. It wasn't that great. But what we're seeing on the field now isn't even NFL football. It's a joke. It's people showing up. We didn't see this. Now, even at the end of the Andy Reid era, in the cold of December, we saw a little break. But this is a little bit different. This is guys that they're not even playing, and it doesn't look – the coaches, all kinds of things are going on except football on the field. Even his questions at the press conference are strange. It's not the same guy that was 5 weeks ago. If losing does this to Chip Kelly, so be it. But, I don't understand how players can just stop playing. Unless there's a reason for it. There's something behind all this. I mean, I never heard of an NFL team tanking a season. Some teams – look like they're tanking because they're so bad.
They'll tank games toward the end of the season.
Sure,
they won't tank a season. It makes sense. Especially you don't tank when you were 4-4, about to be in first place in the division. So they're obviously tanking is not a thing. I think they quit on the coach because they don't like the coach. I think that's what it is. I'm not saying they quit on him starting midway through the Dolphins game because obviously there's no reason to do that. You win that game, you're actually over 500. So you didn't quit during that game. It's throughout the game. Once they fall behind by 21 in the first quarter, I think they quit. And I think anything Chip says, they just tune out and they don't care. Because why? I don't know why. But maybe because they think Chip's an asshole. I don't know what the reason is.
Well, if you look at the way, and I was down on the field a couple years ago, and I watched what goes on there. And if you're an NFL veteran and you have to go through this, sleep study stuff and all this extra stuff that you do. He monitors every player, that's what he does, B.
I know that, but last week you said you can yell at him, you should yell at him, but this week they can't do a sleep study. I mean, and I'm not attacking you. I'm just it's
completely different though.
Why? It's part of your. If it's part of your job, it's part of your job.
I'm not talking about what he does. I'm talking about what the players don't want to be. They don't want to go through that no more. So after a while, it can't. He's not selling it anymore.
It's different. If my boss yells at me for something I do on the job, that's fine. My performance. If he yells at me because it's none of your damn business.
It is if it affects your work.
I don't think. They're not,
especially when all you do is work and play football for a living.
But what they're doing
out partying at night,
what they're doing on the field is not a reflection of them having poor sleep schedules. It's not.
No.
You don't know.
It's not.
We don't know their lifestyles. You got people hanging out in clubs after games and getting in fights.
Argument of a guy not sleeping right, not knowing how to make a tackle or throwing his arm out there.
Maybe he's too tired to.
Oh man, okay, no, that's too tired. No. This is stuff's going on in the first quarter, okay? And you don't get too tired of the technical aspect of making a tackle, okay? When you're tired at night, you just don't throw arms out there. Or if you see a ball laying on the ground, you say, I'm not going to jump on that fumble. Let someone else get it. That has nothing to do with being tired. That's with not caring, or you quit. Or you're told not to jump on that fumble. Whatever it is, it didn't happen.
Well, it's not. They're obviously not.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know, but
they just don't care enough to do it.
Right, it's what it looks like. You know, when the ball's laying on the ground and there's one guy going after it, everybody else just looking at it on the ground, then you know something's wrong there.
So let me ask you a question, and this is serious, and I'm not saying it to poke fun at you or anything.
Yeah, poke fun at me, man.
No, I mean to yell. It seems like I'm attacking you, and I don't want to.
He's wearing a Flyers jersey. Yeah. He's already making fun of himself.
So here's my thing. If a player does not, if you're the coach and you suspect that, even if it's one of your star players, you can't blast him and bench him.
He cuts him. He cuts him up. We're talking about. He cuts the star players.
Yeah. So if you think that for 1 second that Chip thinks that one of his players out there right now that doesn't do that, and he doesn't cut them, what kind of signals does that send? Or fine them or whatever?
Oh, I hope it doesn't cut him, because hopefully we keep the star players and cut this lousy coach. Yeah. End of story. Don't cut
the lousy players. What star players? There's a couple on defense, and that's it.
Doesn't matter. Just
here's the thing. They're capable. The players are capable. We've seen them. We see them catch passes.
Not since preseason.
Let me finish. If you got a guy Huff out there. Okay, let's just take him for instance. Now I don't know if he's a superstar. I don't know if he stinks. All I know is they don't utilize him enough, and when they do, he makes plays. But they don't go to him. They have Darren Sproles out there. Okay, I think Darren Sproles can still play football, because it seems like when he puts
the ball. You think he's the key to the whole?
I don't think he's the key, but I'm saying when he gets the ball in his hand, he makes plays. So why doesn't he get the ball more? Is the quarterback not seeing him, or he's not part of his play? Or cannot these quarterbacks aren't allowed to change anything on that line of scrimmage, no matter what they see?
I don't think the quarterbacks are talented enough to change anything on the line of scrimmage.
Here's the thing.
They're not.
How the hell do they get to the NFL, man? You know what I mean? You got to have some kind of quarterback knowledge.
Tebow got to the NFL.
Well, Tebow can't get.
How the hell do you get to the NFL then?
Yeah,
I'm just answering your question.
I don't agree with any of that.
Tebow's not in the NFL anymore, by the way. Just let's get that.
But he got there.
He got there.
All right. Is this the lowest point? All right. I'll this question. You fill in the blank. This is the lowest point in Eagles history since blank.
Since Rich Kotite?
I was just going to say Rich Kotite.
You weren't alive for Kotite. You missed
I was alive. I was alive.
Rich Kotite went 7-0, got a contract, and lost every game afterwards. And then was fired.
Like Chip Kelly.
Pretty much. And you know what?
Went 9-3, and then.
You know what concerns me about Chip Kelly? I started when he first came to Philly. I was like, no way. This is the wrong guy in the wrong city running the wrong shit. But then he started winning football games and it became enjoyable to watch. And then Lester Reek started following him. But then we caught up to him. Now that they've caught up to him, when they caught up to him, now they give him the general manager. Okay,
that was a mistake.
I don't think Jimmy Johnson came into the NFL. Never got that general manager coming right out of college. He never got it, and he wouldn't have got it. He wouldn't have given it to him, and they wouldn't have given it to him. He's a far better coach after he won a Super Bowl. Still didn't get the general manager title. Okay, for Chip Kelly to come in the NFL and get the general manager title. And I don't know what goes on with that. I don't know how many guys he has working underneath him. Yeah. But when you're from college and now you're a general manager and your whole team went to shit the year you became general manager, something's not right there. Or they got a master plan that we're fools. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Come on,
Like,
Nick, give me a break.
how many
goddamn dog out of here, Jesus Christ!
Damn
how many
dog.
how many general managers have been successful as coaches as well? I only know one, really.
Big Red.
Well,
Excuse me.
no.
Holmgren was GM.
Holmgren was GM. Parcells, I think, ran a couple. Was he?
I don't know. I think he left.
No,
I
he
He left because he didn't get it.
He got the Jets job, and that was it. I think. Then things went down. I'm not even sure about that.
Laurie, Chip fan?
No, not at all.
You a football fan?
I am.
Yeah, she's a big fan.
Who,
I am.
you look like a Tom Brady fan.
Oh my- I hate him. I
How
think
could you
he's
hate Tom Brady?
That's what I
He's a
say.
football player.
cheating faggot. I hate
Whoa!
him.
That was like the 2 words.
Not that we have anything against that.
I told you there's 2 words you couldn't say. I told you there's 2 words you couldn't say, and you said one of them. Don't say another one, please.
I won't.
All right.
I hate him.
Well, you hate him because he wins?
No, because he cheats.
Well, I never saw him cheat.
Who would
No,
cheat on Giselle?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't like the fact that he cheats off the field.
On Giselle or?
Yeah, no.
Not on Giselle. He cheated with Giselle.
Regardless,
Regardless of that.
He's the best of all time, though, right?
probably like Romo.
Would you?
right?
All right. Would you?
No, I don't.
Would you take him on the Eagles? Would you take Tom Brady on the Eagles?
No.
No,
I wouldn't.
that-
no,
then-
no. I don't like him.
If you could have any quarterback in the NFL, who would you want?
It's not like he's like the well. Now that is a good question, though. Is there anybody you wouldn't take on your team?
that I wouldn't take.
That's really good that you just despise
No,
that much.
Talent comes first.
Exactly.
I'm like Jerry Jones. I don't care what you did. I'm signing you. If you're the best player, I'm signing you. That's my theory. I don't care. I don't care what you did in life.
Yeah, well,
I'll take Hardy and Ray Rice.
Yeah, well, Hardy's working real well for Dallas. It's picking up the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, he has nothing to do with that.
Well, you know what the thing is with Hardy is the thing that he's done is it's so prominent in the NFL that they're against it. The point is that that's the one thing that they don't want to see you do in the NFL right now, and that's what he did, and now they gave him a job.
He's pretty much as far as I'll go. I mean, he's really crossing the line. He's not crossing the line because he's tiptoeing that line for me. To where I would be like, come on, man, stop being a dick. Like, just stop. Just keep your mouth shut. Get up, stay off Twitter. Just play football, and that's it.
He's not capable. Now that they're 2-8. The Cowboys 2-8 now. It's open season on that.
No, they have 3 wins. They won
That's
last
3
week.
wins, so it's 3-8 now. So yeah, it's open season on the Cowboys because they're done.
He's done for the season, though.
They're all done for the season.
Well, at least that whole we done boys were back. That was a nice 1 week fairy tale.
It wasn't even a week. It wasn't a week. It was like
No,
right. half a game.
No, but after Sunday, they were winning the division. They were going to the Super Bowl. Let's ask any Cowboys fan. They were gonna win everything. It lasted for 5 days.
That's Cowboy rhetoric. That it goes on. He goes after one win. They're always going the whole way. Neither here or there. Anyway, this week the Eagles come up against the New England Patriots. Okay.
Oh, God.
Now, I got these guys in my picks. But it's not because I think the Patriots are not going to blow the Eagles out. And it's not going to happen because Belichick won't let it happen because he's got a rapport with Kelly. There's no way he's going to go out there and embarrass this guy when he knows he can. Now, that being said, I don't know the Patriots' weapons. Who's going to be on this team? They got to go out to the car wash, start picking up players now because they're losing them left and right. And we don't know anybody on this team now. Grunt goes down, and that's it. I mean, other than that, what do they have out there?
It's like 4 straight weeks they lost somebody.
Yeah, and it's getting to a point now where you go up against a team like Denver, and you need weapons. That's for sure.
The best was the press conference when Belichick just like stared at
I
him
missed
down.
I missed that.
That was like
I don't watch press conferences.
well, it was
Not
good.
a
It's
Belichick
like, what do you
press
think about
conference, you'll
that?
get nothing
And he
out of
just stared. He just stared at him, Mike.
I would do the same thing.
What do you think? That was his response.
When I was watching the game, I got sad watching that when he got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it went down, and it looked a lot harsher than it is because it's only a bruise. So he's out 1 week. But Gronkowski's got so many injuries on there.
It just sucks because knowing how badly he would have murdered the Eagles. Like, it would have been ugly. It would have been so ugly.
Well,
we can't cover tight ends.
Well, not the point being that no way that game is a blowout, and that's a perfect trap.
No way
game.
it's a blowout.
No way it's a blowout. It's a perfect trap game for bettors, man.
Stupid. You're a stupid
No,
idiot.
it's not going to be a blowout. I'm telling you, it's going to.
Right.
The game will go over, but it's not going to be one of these blowout games.
Look,
when
you go 2-8 for a week, you know a thing or two about betting.
Yeah.
You wanna bring
Okay.
that up.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back to when I'm 8-2 or 11-0. Then I don't know. Then I know everything.
Yeah,
right?
2009 was a good year. The Patriots coming off this loss are going to be so pissed off.
Brady was pissed off
that they are going to put up at least 60. I'd say.
First of all, Belichick controls that football team, top to bottom. He does. They do what he tells them to do. He says don't run the score up, run this ball, don't make this a 52-7 game. No, I'm not saying you watch what happens.
The year they were undefeated, he was throwing up by 40 with 2 minutes left. He was going for it on fourth down, up 30.
Let me ask you a question.
Well, he was known for running up the score.
What would it take for you to be on the Eagles next week?
What would it take for me to be on the Eagles?
Be on the Eagles. Well, how many points would it take
to bet them?
Yeah.
28 and a half.
28 points. Okay.
Give me the
28 and a half, right.
I was saying like 22, 24.
22.
Yeah.
Laura, what would you take to be on the Eagles?
How much are the Eagles going to lose by?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. You think that the line's 13 and a half.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
what is
a huge line for NFL.
No. This should be 17, maybe 18
they don't have
points.
those kind of lines.
Yeah, but this line tells you everything.
Keep on. They're not playing the 0-11 Jaguars. They're playing a team that was 2 weeks ago has been favored every week.
I think if Gronk or what do you call it was in there, another wide receiver
could throw to,
then it'd probably be 18, maybe even 20. But
my point is the Vegas line tells you everything you need to know. I thought this game would come out 18, and it came out 13 and a half, which to me is
early,
like, not 5 point early. No way. The lines don't move like that. Not when they know what they know now.
They move.
They don't move.
That'll move.
Everyone
then take the Eagles then.
Well, that's because everybody's going to go, whoa, 13, that's all for the stinking Eagles. Well, we got to get on New England early. And that'll boost the line up. But the point being, they're not going to blow them out. They're not going to blow them out.
See?
But you think the Eagles going to blow them out?
And I'm an Eagles fan.
She clearly hates
she's
Brady.
A realist too. It
she
seems
clearly
like
hates Brady. No, it's gonna be ugly.
You'll see. Man.
It's gonna be ugly.
It's not gonna be ugly. It's not gonna be ugly because everybody thinks it's
gonna be ugly. It's not gonna be ugly because I have Brady in my fantasy team. Other than that,
the one thing I learned in this whole business is when the entire world's on one side, the other side's the play, and that's betting 101, man.
Speaking of fantasy, of course this is 3 weeks in a row with the Eagles. I've played against the Eagles where the starting quarterback on the other team has played me on the Eagle. So every week I'm like, I got 50 racked up. What do you call it? Stafford racked up 50 points.
Yeah, it was ugly.
And a week before it was what do you call it? I'm like getting these quarterbacks going up against the Eagles are like racking them up, and I always seem to have that quarterback each week.
That's the new spot start. You just start. All right, who's playing the Eagles this week? Back in the day, I said he was always bags, and who's playing.
And now he's telling me
Raiders.
Now that I have Brady, who is playing the Eagles, that they're not going to rack up any points.
Brady's going to score at least 50 in fantasy.
Okay, we'll see, man. That's why I play the game. I'm not saying that because I'm bored. I have nothing else to say. I know what I'm talking about. Okay.
He's still a chipite.
No,
he's still sitting here going, "We're only one game out."
You ever heard me say anything about Eagles and playoffs in the past 4 weeks? Nothing.
I'm joking.
Nothing. It's not even watchable football. Another team that's not watchable is New York Giants too, man. I never saw a coach lose football games as much as this guy loses games.
And creatively.
Yeah, you're right. And I can't understand how they let the Redskins look like champs yesterday. And that's the game we got to watch in the early game.
Nobody watches actual NFL. I mean, if you're not watching Red Zone, you're stuck in the Stone Ages.
Well, then stone me, man, because that's what I do. I don't watch Red Zone.
I can't take that jumping around.
I don't like. I'm not.
If you're gonna sit there and watch a local 1 o'clock game for 4 hours, you're insane. If you're just sitting there watching.
I think it might just be your generation. I think the old timers like to watch whole games
because the young guys have no patience.
Patience. It's like iPhone. Their iPhone and everything.
Not patience.
Fantasy point. Who got my fantasy point?
I don't want to watch two shitty teams play football. I want to watch good teams. That's why I watch. I would never be caught dead sitting there being stuck watching a Bills
doing
Jets
what
game.
We do here. I prefer to watch the whole game so I can talk about this stuff.
You like to get the whole picture.
If that's the game I'm watching.
You need a whole picture of a Redskins game. You need the whole picture of that.
No, I don't need the whole picture, but it's the game that's on TV. I don't have the red zone. I'm sitting back. I got a beer and I got all kinds of food around me, and dogs moaning and groaning. And I'm doing my thing on Sunday. Jeez, Mikey's tough tonight, man.
I'm not tough. I can't believe people watch regional broadcasts.
People do. That's why they put them on TV, because people watch them. People didn't watch them, they wouldn't be on TV.
That's not true.
As far as I know. Yeah. Anyway. I don't got too much more to say about the Eagles. Each week seems to be the same conversation. It gets worse and worse. I mean, now they got
last week. I asked you guys where he's going to be coaching when 2016 starts. You both said Eagles. Do you still stand by that?
I still stand by that. Yep.
I still do.
I do, because I can tell by what's.
Do you think Chip will be coach next year?
Absolutely.
I kind of do. I mean, I don't want him to, but I kind of do.
His college spots are going to get eaten up. The ones that they think he's going to go to are going to get eaten up.
Yeah.
So
and also too, he gave Reed so much slack, and he's produced 2 winning seasons and a bad one where he doesn't have his star players that he wanted in place.
Look, I think the season would be different if we still had Nick Foles, because he's killing it in St. Louis.
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean, the point being, Nicky Montana. Nicky Montana.
That's got nothing to do with anything anymore. That's all changed. Yeah, you and I fought about Bradford in the beginning, and I said he stinks, and he still stinks.
Well, he hasn't played in 3 weeks.
Because he can't play. That's why he hasn't played. Who cares about his injuries? He can't play. You're going to put him back out there.
Can't play because he's injured. You're right.
Let's put him back out there against New England. If you guys think what's going to happen, then he's going to have one shitty game then. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, because they're playing the best team in football.
Yeah, he's going to get pounded.
But
it's not the best defense in football. Don't forget about that. Teams can score.
Yeah, but you're demoralized when you're down by 40 points. Look, we obviously can see the team is a bunch of quitters.
21 points to get demoralized.
So they're going to quit in the first quarter.
Who knows? Who the frick knows with this team? You don't even know who's even starting anymore. You don't even know who the wide receivers are. You don't know. You don't know who the running backs are going to be. You don't know who the injury. That's what I'm saying. It's so messed up. It's unbelievable that this is an NFL team right now. That's what makes me can't believe that they're actually doing this, and there's not a purpose to what the hell they're doing down there.
The reason why I think he'll, and I think I said it a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe, this is not the plan. They had a different plan at the beginning of the season. They went for it when they were drafting or whatever, trying to trade for whoever. They ended up with Bradford.
What tells you that? What told you that?
Just what I see. Just minor observations.
I don't understand.
Because if you go with
you made a trade with them for DeMarco Murray and Bradford to get the first round pick.
I think they were trying to bargain it for something else to make it another trade. Yeah.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Tennessee, right. Yeah.
I just think that for whatever happened, somebody wouldn't bite or the deal wouldn't go through or whatever, and everything fell through it. And they made best with what they got, but they were already committed because they're already. I believe that. I
believe that hype on the draft hype where they were going to move up and get the first round pick was all bullshit. It was mathematically not going to happen for them. We all knew that.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was wishing for it, but we knew it wasn't going to happen. Because how stupid can you be to give up the top 2 quarterbacks that are coming out of the draft for what? They had nothing to give them. They did have Shady McCoy at one point. That and a package deal might have got them up there, but they let that go for some,
Yeah, they were much more interested in Fletcher Cox than Shady McCoy.
Yeah,
well. They were much more interested.
Well, is that worth it?
No, I wouldn't have done it anyway.
Yeah, right. So, but anyway, they got themselves a middle linebacker who can't play.
Let's not go back to April or May. Let's go back to what today was apparently a rumor about the Titans trading a first round pick for Chip Kelly.
But wait a minute, that was SB put that out, right? What's the name of that website?
SB Nation.
SB Nation, right? They put that out today.
I don't know who put it out. I saw it. Actually, no, because they put it out because who talked about it today?
Little.
No, it was a guy on the radio. Florio, maybe, or
Florio's a tosser, man.
And then Missinelli repeated it or something along that line.
Whatever. I mean, it's. Florio's a known.
Sure, maybe Schefter. I don't know.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Schefter's the tosser. Florio's not. Schefter's the one that tosses everything against the wall. He's a 50-50 guy. He's not getting traded for anybody. He's coming back next year. Definitely coming back next year. It's not going to happen. It doesn't really matter. The season's shot. What you say that, but who knows? This guy, something's miracle. All of a sudden, something happened. Well, it ain't going to happen because the teams he's facing, the next 5 teams are brutal. Our brutal defensive team. So it's the end. Yeah. I mean, unless the other teams in the division just keep losing, I don't know. Every week another team takes over first place in the East. It's ridiculous, right? By losing, you get up there because the teams below you lost. I mean, the Giants I thought the Giants were going to maybe move up and take this thing. That offense looks decent, but when you got a coach making moves like that and kicking field goals and doing things when you're not supposed to, man. I never saw. He's got 2 Super Bowl wins, yet he's a coach. He makes decisions during game time, and you got to wonder, what's he? It's not senility, is it? Could it be? I don't know.
It looks like it with the faces he makes.
Give us a call, 267-563-2893. If you want to chime into all this chaos. We're live at www.sgshow.net. The 515 studio is buried somewhere outside Philadelphia, PA. It's 267-563-2893. All right, let's go into Let's go into the Patriot game last night as they went into Denver. Who didn't think he was going to take down? First of all, you're Denver, and you're down at the 2-yard line, 1st and goal, and you throw a pass to get the touchdown, and you give Brady a minute to come down to field goal position. I mean, I know you might say just get the score and get in there and get the lead, but look what you're doing. Look what you did. You knew it was going to happen. I knew it. You knew it. Stadium.
Yeah, who cares? They won the game.
No, I'm talking about. I'm not talking. What do you mean? Who cares?
But they won the game. You're talking about they lost. You knew you were going to come back. Well, they lost. So
yeah, but the thing is, they didn't have to take it to overtime. They could have ran that clock right there.
You're playing the you score. You don't.
Well,
you don't
I disagree.
You don't pick and choose when you score.
They should have won that game without overtime. They could have ran that clock. They run the ball straight 2-3 times, whatever, and eat the clock. Well, yeah, they won the game because they got lucky on a couple calls too. I don't know what that was all about. I couldn't figure out the calls in that football game for my life. And at one point, I think a referee jumped up and made a call before the ball was even done rolling on the field, and it was an intentional grounding. Yet the ball's still rolling downfield, and he's already yelling into his microphone. No, that's intentional grounding.
He said it's not intentional.
Not intentional grounding. Yeah, right. But I mean, to not stop the play and make that call. You know, it's like the refs are jumping on this stuff so fast to get themselves on a microphone already. It's ridiculous.
Because they want the fame, right?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's everybody wants fame in the NFL. That's what it's all about, man. Get on TV, dollars and cents, man.
National Fame League.
They ain't goddamn right it is anymore, man. Money in the NFL. You know?
Now, this is the biggest takeaway from the whole game is obviously you said the Gronk thing. Like every week they lose Deion Lewis. The next week they lose Edelman. They lose Amendola. Now there's Gronk. No team in the world can lose their top 4 players. I mean, skill players. Obviously, Brady's the best, and be relevant. And they're still the next week they're still favored by 14 points.
Yeah, and
that shows how good they are and how bad the Eagles are.
And they'll turn in who's their other they have 2 other tight ends.
They have one really. They have Chandler.
Yeah, he'll make Chandler into a good tight end.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up Chandler. Yeah, my fantasy
it's a smart pick, absolutely. Who else is he going to? There's no other little white guys to bring in. They're all used up.
Sean Martin and
right.
Yeah,
you know, trying to think who is.
Let's look at the team actually. Let's talk about the team that actually won the game. The Broncos
got good future quarterback there.
Osweiler.
Yeah,
I told you last week I liked him.
Good. He looked good. He looked like he'd been there before. He played that game like he was there before. And I was surprised he brought the team all the way down, snow or no snow, whatever. But, he's got a good guy behind him, teaching him how to do things, evidently.
Laura, do you know Brock Osweiler?
I don't.
Do you think he's attractive?
If she don't know him, how is she going to know he's attractive?
Oh, pull up a picture of him.
Oh, okay. Good point.
I don't.
Kind of a little pumpkin head there, isn't he?
No,
that's one of the theory. I think it was Bill Simmons said that's one of his theories. He looks for in a quarterback is he wants a quarterback to be a good looking guy, and he said it's not obviously it's not in that way. It's because you got to figure if you're in the NFL, you're obviously the best player your entire career, and if you're a good looking guy, it's like, I want a guy who just from day one was like the man on campus. He's a leader, and that's why he loves Osweiler.
If you typically go down every NFL quarterback in the league, they're all good looking dudes. I mean,
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, well, he's old time. Take that beard off him. He might be good looking.
He's probably not.
But there's just girls that dig that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there are some craft
stores. The beards are in, baby.
Like when I go out on some of these dates, I fuzz up a little bit because they say they're like,
What dates are you possibly going on?
Well, let me tell you about this one date this week. Okay. I want to get to this right now before we go to break. Okay, now, since Laura's, you tell me I go out on this date. Mm-hmm. One of these, I'm not going to promote the site that I went out on, but she got me. I didn't get her. We go out, and
what a catch!
First of all, when I get there,
did you wear a Flyers jersey?
Yes, I did. I wear my my John LeClaire just to show her who I'm for, who I root for.
I hope you're joking.
Of course, I looked like I was all tightened up. I looked like I looked.
Yeah, actually, now you meant what was the ensemble?
Well, the ensemble was I had a jacket on. I had a jacket. I had
probably leather.
You know what I did? I had my Ray Donovan look going.
That's not a good look.
That's a good look.
It's not a good look.
What's wrong with it? Because you don't like the shot. No,
it may look good on
Ray Donovan, but yeah.
Well, whatever. I had my Ray Donovan look going. So I went there. Of course, she knows what I look like because
she saw your pic from 20 years ago. Yeah.
No, let me finish. During our conversations, of course, I give out the website, as part of the boast. Check me out on the Sports Goombah. So now she gets to see the whole deal.
And she still went out with you?
There you go. So I passed that test for the most part.
She saw the pictures, didn't listen to the show.
It wasn't a chaotic night. It was a decent show a couple of weeks ago.
Did you hear a dog crying the entire time in the background?
I don't know what's wrong with you. What's wrong with you? Today I fed the crap out of you. I got nothing left here, man. You know,
give her a Dr. Pepper.
Must be Laura. She don't like when there's extra girls in the room, man. That's
competition.
Even though Vic's a female, we call him Vic because that's for other reasons. And what was I saying? So you go out on a date. Of course, I never seen her, but then she don't.
You never saw her?
I saw pictures of her.
Okay.
To me, that's not seeing them because proof being none of these have ever been what I looked at on the pictures. But she got to see the full mug. She saw the mug, the action, the voice, the whole 9 yards.
Jeez.
But what bothered me most,
she's a
nice girl. What bothered me most was
the mustache.
What mustache?
On her?
No, bothered me most was the cell phone. Okay.
Was she have a flip phone?
No. If she had a flip phone, I'd be out the door. Okay, I would have turned around and walked out. You know, there's a point that I have. A flip phone's out. She wouldn't get off the phone. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you,
she's probably searching for a backup date.
Maybe she wasn't into you.
And say goodbye then, man. That's easy enough, you know.
She probably had one of Zach
girls like escape
from
the phone.
She probably had somebody saying, "Look, call me in 10 minutes."
Yeah.
Was there an emergency that she had to get up and leave?
No, hung out there for a while. She didn't want to leave. I got caught a little buzz, and that was it. But don't believe me.
Did you pick up the bill?
Absolutely. Come on.
Right,
what are you talking to? It's Cashy the King. What do you pick up the bill? She see me on the show. What am I going to do? Not pick up the bill? We'll get phone calls. So God forbid get swatted again. Of course I'm going to pick up the bill.
Just making
sure. It's like I'm a hostage now.
I don't know if you were a gentleman or not.
I mean, it's like the problem is no more of this.
Welcome to celebrity status, man.
There it is. Well,
you're stuck now. You're going to be paying the bill forever.
Yeah, call it what you want, but and don't think Jules, okay, my little girl doesn't have the, to give me the, hey, Dad, you okay? Is it cool? Yeah, we're good. And I hung up the phone. Every day she gets to call me at a certain time to make sure I'm cool. If not, I said, get me out of this. She makes up there, make triple, quadruple rings. Dad,
I want to meet the girl who you have to know board and a date from. Like what mutant girl out there do you say, look, you guys gotta get me out of here?
It happens all the time. That's my point with some of these dating services, man. Not services, but the online stuff. Everybody's selling. It's like the Sears catalog of women. You're flipping through pages and you're looking. Hey Vic, if I'm gonna kick you out of the room, you don't stop. I'm out of food here. Go see Brendan. He's the chef. He's got all the food.
Did she at least tell you what she was doing on her phone or no? Was she like saying like, look at this is funny?
No, she had 4 kids, so I don't know. Maybe the kids were texting back, but maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't know. Maybe she was on her plenty of fish herself, doing her own thing.
Do any of her kids have a kid?
I didn't get that far.
She a grandma?
Yeah, dude, I'm 52. There's grandmom's going to happen.
I'm just asking. I
mean, you guys could be my kids, okay?
I was just asking.
Yeah, the grandma comes around. I've dated a couple grandmas.
Maybe one of her kids was going, "Hey, mom, you need help? You need help?"
Yeah, there's got to be rules here, man. These rules got to be better.
All right, Laura, you're the girl on the show. What's the rule on cell phones on a date? On a first date?
On a first date, I wouldn't, unless I wasn't into the guy.
Oh, so you're really putting him down here.
I mean, that's what I'm.
But that's
just
okay,
saying.
man. I mean,
I'm just speaking the truth. I'm just saying.
If you saw her, you would say, what is she, nuts? Okay, absolutely. I just think it's the way of life now. Sometimes with people with these phones, they can't give them up. Me, I have it in my pocket with a special ring on it if it's my daughter, because she's the only one that's getting my attention when I'm out. That's it. If her ringtone comes up, I answer. Other than that, it's away. Unless I'm on heavy game. I'm game for a lot of money, and I got to check that thing because of the anxiety is running, You know what I mean? But
she listens to the show. She watches. Right, you look at. She knows that.
I understand that. Yeah, there's certain times, But that's what I do. The cell phone's gone. You got to get rid of it.
You're a gentleman.
Things. Quite frankly, I am, man. You know what I mean? I don't care what you think of me on this show behind this microphone and stupid camera there. Yeah, I'm a gentleman. That's why I'm divorced. What are you gonna do about that? That's my experience with that.
I want weekly Cashy updates.
Yeah.
I want to hear about more of these dates.
Yeah, you'll hear about them. All right, let's take a break here. I'm Cashy the King. I got the whole crew here today. Everybody's here. Everybody's here enjoying the show. We'll be back in a couple seconds.
Of your life, we help you take it back. ServPro of Doylestown understands the stress and worry that comes with fire or water damage. ServPro of Doylestown specializes in the cleanup and restoration of residential and commercial property after a fire, smoke, or water damage situation. ServPro of Doylestown also mitigates mold and mildew. Their staff and crews are highly trained in property damage restoration. If disaster strikes you and you need to schedule service for your home or business, call them 215-348-7755 for ServPro Industries. It's a nationwide brand you know and trust.
Public Adjusters. Get the edge on your insurance company. 215-752-1237. That's 215-752-1237. Or check them out at castlepa.com. Don't settle for less. Get the maximum for your claim. Castle Public Adjusters. 215-752-1237.
Hey, yo, Cashy, what are you doing?
I got plumbing problems here. I can't get the water to go down the drain. What am I going to do?
Call Guaranteed Plumbing, 215-342-7200 for all your plumbing needs. Serving the Philadelphia area and the greater Delaware Valley.
What was that phone number again?
215-342-7200.
Oh, yeah, oh.
BZI and small group health insurance needs. BZI offers free instant online insurance quotes and applications from major health insurance carriers. The BZI group is dedicated to a no-nonsense approach to health insurance. They focus on giving you the insurance you need in a timely and cooperative manner. Whether you're looking for individual and family, group, seniors, life, or long-term coverage, BZI can help. For additional information or to speak with an insurance expert, call 1-800-431-4834 or email them at www.bzigroup.com.
Cashy King back here, Sports Goombahs. Live from the 515 studios. Very deep outside Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
How deep?
Deep, man. You can't find us.
How deep, Laura?
You need
Hashtag stealth mode.
Go easy with that, right? 267-563-2893. You can call us or text us at that number and ask us questions. All right. Speaking of big question, we're going to talk about the pick session this week. All right. If you're paying your bookie, you better not find me. You better go someplace else because it's been a bad couple. It's not a bad couple of weeks. It's been a bad month and a half. I don't know what's happening here. I lost focus. But when the plays are free and you got nothing to worry about, you gotta follow me. Wait for it to come back. It comes back. It always does. It always does. It's come back. Last week we had a dismal. I think I was 2-7 last week. 3-7 last week. That's not good. It's not good in hockey.
It's not good.
I had a good turkey day, but then I lost my mind. And we won our college game again. Of course, that's not mine. That's Mikey throwing that in.
Cha-ching.
Maybe you guys should be following him. He's on Twitter. You follow him. Don't come near me. Stay away from me. I'm hideous, man.
You can follow me at Walpeasy on Twitter.
Yeah, look away from me. Look away from Cashy for a couple days. Stay away from me this week. I don't even like what I see. I got a couple plays here coming out.
The one positive I'll give you is the fact that most of your plays are hockey plays.
Yeah.
And since hockey sucks, no one probably takes those. If they took your football, it's fine. You were fine in football.
See, but you're wrong. People do take my hockey plays.
Okay.
That's why I'm sad right now because I know who looks at these plays and
I just assumed
they're licking their chops now.
He's the guru
of
hockey.
He's the hockey guru.
I'm the hockey guru. I was. I don't know. NHL is getting a little tough right now. I get these Dow Jones plays, and once again, stay with Dallas. Dallas is they're not losing 2 in a row, and they haven't done it yet. They just lost, and they're one of my plays. I love them against Calgary tomorrow. I love Dallas. The side total 2.5 in that one. Definitely 2.5. Calgary gives away a lot of goals. I even like Dallas on the win. I'm not 100% on the win because they're on the road. I don't really like to take teams on the road, but they are the Dow Jones team, and that's the team I'm on tomorrow. Plus their side total should be 2.5. Also, Columbus is at Montreal. Montreal lost the game the other day, and that's one too many for them. They're minus 170. I like the number there. I don't like Columbus at all this year. Montreal's a hot hockey team as well. I've been focused on them a little bit, but they're too easy to focus on. They're that good. Montreal's always good. They're good every year, so they can never just get to that Stanley Cup for some reason. They should have got a talented team. I like them tomorrow against Columbus. I laid a 170. I'm over Columbus. All right, some NFL action. Like I just beefed here with Mikey here about the Eagles and the Patriots. The reason numbers tell me what I'm thinking here. Okay, I see an under and over 48. Now that's telling me one of two things. Either Patriots are going to win 48-0. Not going to happen. Belichick's not going to let that happen. Eagles going to score a couple touchdowns on them. Bradford comes back. He might get some late ones here. I don't know. That could be a way to make it close and not looking like they're getting their heads beat in by letting them score a few touchdowns or playing back like teams do at the end of the game when they're up 45-14 or something like that. In any event, I like this game on the total. I want to see this thing go over to 48, and I will not get trapped in there taking the 14 points. And I also won't give the 14 points. I mean, like I said, what would you take to be on the Eagles in this game? And you told me 18, 19 points. Well, there it is. It's sitting at 13.5, 14 now. So that's telling you something right there. Okay, it's easy to say, but I'm talking about what I'm looking at paper here. This is how we do this thing. But I understand what you're saying. And plus, you love the Patriots and Brady, and you hate the Eagles right now. So I don't
hate the Eagles. I'm indifferent on the Eagles.
Of course, it's not a football team. That being said, I like the over in the game. I play it safe. Worst case scenario, they win 48-17, 48-20. Yeah, there's a good chance they can do it this house. But I still think Eagles will contribute this week. I mean, Eagles have scored 21 points in 10 quarters of football, and the last 14 were like gimmies or whatever. And actually, they did score first the other night, did they?
No, they didn't score first. They tied it at 7.
They tied it at 7.
The last touchdown was a straight gimme.
Yeah, straight gimme, right? Yeah.
Garbage time.
Yeah, it was a nice spike afterwards, so like they enjoyed themselves. The other game I like is the Jets -1.5 against the Giants. The Giants sicken me because this team should be up there on top of the NFC East. They should be. They just keep blowing games for stupid moves. I mean, they got a prime offense. They got 3 wide receivers. They got an adequate running back and can get 1 or 2 yards, but you don't need it when you got a receiving core like they do. Offensive line, I mean, Eli's getting time. I don't know. He just doesn't look like his moods change with the game. He just doesn't look. Sometimes he just looks a little lost, and then he comes out with a great play. But I think their coach, what's his name, Coughlin. He just makes he's got no balls right now. It seems like
he never did.
I know he did. I mean, and if you go back to his Super Bowl wins, I mean they were great games getting there, but he got lucky winning them. For the most part. But with that being said, the Jets look a little tough right now. And they're all both home here. The Jets it's a home game for both teams. So Jets are -1.5. I like them on the side total here. Okay, should be like 24, 25 points. Giants are giving up points left and right here. Okay, and they're also capable of scoring. So I look at the total. I look at the side. The total is 45 here. I like this game all the way around. I like the Jets -5.5. I would be Jets on the money line on this thing too. I like the Jets on the side total, and I like the game to go over. So there's 4 different plays here that I would be on. None of them are the Giants at this point. They're managing to lose this division by losing games. Okay, by other teams not even playing, they give up spots in the division. So that's what I see. So this is my 3 games. I like the Jets in the 4-way here, which I don't usually give away a 4-way, but why would I make some money? And this is a way to get you guys some cash back from what I've done in the past couple of weeks. I think it's a good game to be on. Patriots game, Eagles game, that's just, we got to do about that. Got to do something with that. So the over is the best play, especially if you've got to watch the freaking thing. 2 hockey plays like Montreal over Columbus and Dallas, like the side totals are 2.5 on the side total against Calgary. And these are both tomorrow night. And that's our plays. Mikey, help me out here, will you?
I'm trying my best. Yeah, last week I gave you Notre Dame +4. They were winning up until the last second of the game. Stanford went the length of the field in like 20 seconds for the win. Stanford did win 38-36, but obviously that's a cover. According to Cashy, it wasn't, because when he updated the website, he gave him that loss.
Like, guy, you don't watch me shit because you be telling people what I do. I make a typograph of error, man. Come on,
I was just saying, because
look, I'm old and frugal, man. Look at me.
I felt bad because I was pumped. I was like, yes, got my win. Went to the site. I'm like, loss.
I was so busy.
I doubled the chat. I'm like, no, I didn't.
Listen, I was so busy putting L's down.
I know. He's got a flow.
L. I'm cutting pasting L's right down the line.
So, yes, I did get the win for you guys last week. Notre Dame did cover that game, which I said they were going to. This week, not a lot of action in college football. Most of it's championship games. There's only one non-championship game going on. But I do like Michigan State. I think Iowa's a complete fraud at 12-0. So I think Michigan State on a neutral field -3.5. I would take that any day of the week. So I like Michigan to win that game. And they have something to play for, obviously, because they win that game. They're going to the college football playoffs to play against – who's in the playoffs, babe?
Clemson.
Thank you very much.
Jeez, I knew that faster than you did. You live with that guy.
Well, I don't think she's ready for the question. But, yeah, so I do think Michigan State's gonna cover that game. All they have to do is win by 4. Maybe the line will move. I don't know. Hopefully get some more points, actually. I'd rather it not be 3.5 because I could see something stupid happen where they only win by 3. But I do think they're going to win the game. So By 4 points, yeah, I think it's good. I think Iowa is such a stinky fraud. They didn't play anybody this year. They didn't play anybody whatsoever. The best win is like Northwestern. So they haven't played a team like Michigan State. Michigan State's hot. They just blew out Penn State. They beat Michigan this year. They beat Ohio State this year. So I think Michigan State's for real.
Who's their coach?
Michigan State?
Yeah.
Mark D'Antonio.
Yeah.
Who, if you were on the Mind of Mike page, threw out my top 10 coaches who I'd want for from the college and the pro ranks. D'Antonio did make that list. I think he's crept in at number 10. So there you go. I like Michigan State this week, and I'll win some more money. Although before we move on, because I was looking at some NFL games just for my own well-being. Laura, who are your two favorite teams in football? NFL.
Two?
Yeah, I know. Just say who are, because I know what they are.
I don't know, because the Bills and
Bills.
Exactly. Bills and Texans are her two favorite teams.
Yeah.
So
I like the Eagles.
Do you know who
too,
plays this week? Bills and Texans. Who you got in that game?
Rex Ryan.
You're a specialist in both those teams. Who's winning?
I know. I don't
What is-
know.
what is-
Rexy.
What is it with our girls coming on the show and being Bills fans?
Rexy.
I love the Bills.
I know a couple
You're picking the Bills?
Bills.
All right.
First Kate, now this.
No.
Yeah.
Mm, I don't know.
The Bills.
I don't know.
You like losing. You like the Bills. That's okay. You never know.
Believe it or not, Bills
You can't
actually-
really talk. You can't really talk when the Eagles are losing. So
Oh, listen, we don't really care about the Eagles. We just have to care because it's the show. Okay, if they're winning, we like them. If not, look what the Eagles are to me. Chip Kelly is the master of material. Just when we thought we didn't have material coming around, Tebow disappears, Romo stinks. Brett Favre decided to get out of the league. So, we lost all our patrons. Even Jerry Jones is getting boring.
We got a new one now.
Oh, we do. We do.
And he's not playing football tonight. He's not playing football tonight because he got suspended.
Manziel. Yeah, well, Manziel's got to step it up a little bit. I mean, he's doing the same thing. We need him to do something real
he
nasty.
sucks.
Yeah, we need to do something.
What are your thoughts on Manziel?
I hate him so much.
Why do you hate him, though?
I hate him.
You have to have a reason for hating
I
him.
hate him. I just hate him.
He looks
I think
funny.
he's a tool bag.
He's definitely a
funny.
tool bag. Manziel definitely doesn't look like a football player. That's number one. He looks more like the Mad Magazine guy or whatever.
He looks like that kid on Picket Fences. What happened to him when he grew up?
Let's
I don't know what that is.
Old show.
Must be really old show.
That was in the 90s.
He looks like the youngest son from Malcolm in the Middle.
I got
Very similar.
I gotta,
yes.
I got to talk about Manziel. You got to figure who's handling this guy. I mean, does he have a dad? Does he have an agent?
He's got a dad.
I mean, where are they at? Why he's doing one thing? Nobody's in his head saying there's millions of dollars
Look,
just
we
spitting
didn't really
out.
talk about it last week because it kind of broke late Monday night.
But the lie came out afterwards.
Yeah, well, look, the man he wanted to go out on his week off. If you had a week off from work, wouldn't you go out?
And then after I agreed with you, and then I thought about it, I forgot about the dude was in rehab. You don't get to go out and do this stuff.
Yeah, he was in rehab.
No, you don't go 10 weeks to rehab,
out of rehab
and go
and then
back
go
and
back
drink it.
and
You just
drink.
can't do it. I mean, especially when the team that
Yeah,
paid
you
for your
do.
rehab
Right.
and did all that, and they're paying you
can't do
millions of
that.
dollars. It's like one of us coming out of rehab because no one gives a shit about us. But this team they're invested in the guy, and this is what he does. And then he goes and tells his friends to lie. Part of rehab, he's not lying either. That's all goes into the whole scheme of things. So
your boys have to have your back.
he asked the whole bar to have his back.
Exactly. And they should have.
Listen, Mike, this is the NFL, man. You know what I mean? They have me and you and I, whatever. Our bar, maybe they have our back, but
There's a funny video that came up on Twitter, and she's dying laughing. It's a baby falling.
that's great.
Sorry.
I read the audience; they can see that. I'll put that on put on the wall.
I'll retweet it so we can see why he just out of nowhere died laughing. All right, I'll get rid of it.
Yeah.
I know you won't be able to stop.
Yeah, but Manziel, I mean, his guy, and he's named the starting quarterback the week he does this shit, man. I mean, you
He
can't.
should still be starting right
Yeah,
now.
but
What's the score? They're losing.
They're stupid. It's called stupid is, stupid does. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
Hey, the man wanted to grab a drink.
So
Nothing
grab
wrong
a
with that.
drink or go in your basement and grab a drink. Don't go out with a video
That's not
dancing.
fun.
You know what I'm saying?
He's Manziel. He's gonna go pop bottles.
Oh my God, stop.
Can you, like I said,
Laura, do it.
No, I won't do that.
like I said in my article, man.
That's what
Can you
makes me
imagine
hate him.
what was does he gets off on dancing around like that, or
Yeah.
50,000 people cheering him as he throws a touchdown pass or runs with ends and then can party afterwards because he did his job. He's
So
done, man.
you'd rather him drink after a game than on his bye week?
He's never. No. Yeah, yeah. Goddamn right. At least I know he's there, But come on, you all kidding aside, what's he? 21 years old?
He's way older than that.
No, he's not.
He's
Man.
young.
He's not. He came out of college as
I would say
24.
tops 22.
No, he's 21 years old, man.
At the most, he's 22. That's it.
Yeah, he was already used busted once underage, I think, for drinking.
Football.
Johnny Fraudball, you mean? Forget the
Johnny
football.
Fraudball. I like that.
He'll be 23 in like a week. Actually, 1 week.
23 in a week. I mean, in football years, he's still young.
Oh, his birthday is next Sunday, so
we'll throw a party for him. Geez, we better look out now.
We'll throw a party for him.
God forbid, they should be on the bye week next week. He's done. Cleveland cuts him this year.
Look how many times Drew Barrymore was in rehab before 23.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
He still got a chance.
See look how successul she is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. She wasn't getting clobbered by 400-pound linemen.
Dude, on the set of ET, she was drinking vodka. Come on.
I don't know about that, man. That's
Drew Barrymore. Do you like Drew Barrymore?
No, she's ugly.
Yeah, what's with Drew Barrymore? She's so unhot, man. As far as actress,
she's so unhot.
She gets all these roles.
She's so unhot. She looked like my date last week.
Like I watched her when she did
so
that
you,
movie,
so
The Wedding Singer. She was what?
So
how did she get that role in The Wedding Singer?
If you met up with a girl on a date and she looked exactly Drew Barrymore, your response would be?
I wouldn't go out.
You're unhot.
She wouldn't catch me. I wouldn't. No.
So you're telling me your date was prettier than Drew Barrymore last week?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
That's why she didn't get a second one.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, you just asked me a question. Her look, I don't like her look at all.
I agree. Drew Barrymore is
all right. Well, Women
Crush
Wednesday talk. All right. Like
it's not going to be Drew Barrymore.
Well, I know it's not going to be Drew Barrymore, but okay. Define who is Cashy worthy.
Ronda Rousey. That's his dream.
No. It's got to be somebody.
Dream girl.
You got to stay in your age group here for a second now.
Of course, the Jennifer Aniston, man. That's what I want, man. Jeez, come on. It's her.
Yeah, it's America's sweetheart.
Yeah, she's the number one. Yeah.
Even the girls like her.
She knows me.
That's how crazy it is.
That's who you asked me. That's what I tell you it is.
Okay.
That's my piece, man. You know, if I can't have that, you know, that's my. What, she's 50? You know, she look good for 50.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
is she 50 really?
50 years old. You know, when I know what she's eating. Anyway. Don't leave me silent.
It looked like you were getting ready to say something else again.
Kick in, man. Paperwork. Kick
now,
in.
Well, if you want me to go with something, how about the end of an era? Kobe hanging him up.
You know, I can't believe it's 20 years of him. I can remember him still at the podium, Marion High School, saying he chooses to, skip the college and go into the draft. It's like, what was that, 10 years ago? That's 20 years, 20. Kobe. 1996.
Yeah,
that's when he did. I can't believe
it was cool to go pro.
I can't believe that he's retired. Jordan's gone. He's gone. All right, the whole era is gone. And it's funny what he said in his press conference. He goes, LeBron's the old guy in basketball now, and he's 8 years in now himself. It's amazing how fast he's
10 years in.
Right, it's amazing.
12
years. And I still think LeBron is a young guy.
Yes,
you know, I don't.
In our minds, it does.
It looks
that hairline says otherwise.
But I'm saying it's amazing how fast these athletes' years go, and you don't even realize it because 20 years of Kobe Bryant, and he's only the third person in the NBA. I think he may be the third person in all of sports to go 20 years.
No, hockey alone, there's like 10 per
not
year.
Not same team. 20 years.
Same team, yeah.
I can think him, Jeter, and there was one other guy on there. I think Karl Malone was a 20-year player.
Yeah, in 2 years of Duncan, for 1 year. I think he was drafted the very next year was Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan.
So next year he'll be on that list as well. But
and Kobe doesn't, even look old. To me, I couldn't
came in.
I was shocked.
18 when he came in.
Yeah. I was shocked when he said it was just 20 years and he's done. I was like, I can't believe 20 years went by that quick.
I think it's funny that he announced his retirement. I feel like he's the last person to realize that he's retiring. Like, we all knew, like, you're awful. You're not good anymore.
Yeah, well, he can't play. I mean, it's he's old. He got old fast. Well, injuries
he hit the wall. He's like the Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
It's comparatively. He's at the Peyton Manning where he hit a wall and just fell. And then you have Duncan's more with the Brady where he's that.
Is Kobe top 10?
All time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to be.
He has to be. He's got the rings.
I don't even like Kobe. I don't like Kobe.
No, not the people.
But I can't even argue it.
And Kobe's beginning, the way he left here. I mean, not that he left here. The way he went into college, went into high school, coming out of there, and he emulating with Jordan from step to step. I mean, it's almost like, I saw.
Oh yeah, what teenage kid's not going?
But I'm saying I saw a video. They ran video side by side of him and Jordan. Same play. It's almost like it was some almost perfect. Covered. It was weird. That was kind of creepy, actually, how it was that close. So, and even just but you're right. That's Jordan was the inspiration to all those kids back then.
In game 1 on his retirement tour tomorrow night in Philly.
Yeah, And they'll get
Last
booed.
time ever. I think they'll get standing ovation.
Yeah, well, if whoever's there. I mean,
because
it'll sell tickets.
Well, the people that are going solely for that reason. So you're not gonna go there to boo them.
Well, you got a lot of local ties.
Well, it's funny because I always look at ticket prices for everything just because I don't know. I always just do. And literally, I was looking at the ticket prices, and it was like $20. You can get a ticket for the game. The second I know he announced his retirement, it went like literally about a half hour later. It was $80.
I believe
cheapest ticket to get in.
Yeah.
$80 is in cheap seats for a Sixers game.
I made jokes about it, like when I answered your tweet out there about being Kobe. The only respect I have is Kobe beef, but I was just joking around. I mean, he is. I don't like him either.
Yeah,
but I do respect him. So I mean, he did a lot for basketball.
I have no reason to respect him. He's nothing to do with my life as far as respects is concerned.
As a player,
yeah.
I mean,
you play. Yeah,
that's what I meant. Not like we're gonna go out.
You got 5 rings, right?
Yeah,
5 rings, 6 appearances, or just
he got. I think he got 3 with Shaq, and he got 2 on his own.
2 on his, but didn't they lose one?
He lost to the Celtics.
Yeah,
or did he win one?
So he was in six championship games. That's in anybody's. I mean, who's got more than that right now? Well, nobody. Jordan's 6. Oh wait, yeah, all time. I guess Duncan does.
I think Shaq was in a bunch of. Yeah,
obviously Duncan. Shaq's got 3. Well, he lost. Well, Shaq was a lot like LeBron. Came in real fast and got Orlando into the championship, you know, and then lost it. The same thing. Everybody forgets LeBron's first. He was there with Cleveland.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Second year, I think.
Took a shitty team right up to the title. People forget about that.
Got just absolutely walloped by San Antonio.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, LeBron's been up dinner. I mean, come on, guy's been in 6 of them already, right?
Yeah.
Right, but he's not great. What's 2 and 4 in his title games? And some people might say, well, look. The fact that he got there is one thing. I mean, you get to that many things, so regardless what it is. I don't know, but Jabbar has been to a bunch of them too. And Magic, I guess that whole between Bird and Magic, these guys must have did 4 or 5 each back then, win or lose back and forth.
Quite possible.
But I think 6 is the big number for anybody so far. I think I'm trying to think of what's his name. We think we talked about this once before. Who's the rebounder guy, the nutcase?
Rodman.
I think he did it with the Lakers. Right, in Chicago and San Antonio.
Lakers had so many hangers on.
Yeah, at the very end there. Yeah.
Malone went there, and Peyton went there.
Malone?
Yeah, Malone went to Lakers.
I didn't know that. Yeah, Karl Malone ended up with the Lakers.
Yeah,
I thought he ended up. I thought he finished. That's why he said Karl Malone. I thought he ended up with Utah. No,
he didn't. He went to the Lakers.
Yeah. I think he retired with Utah. Didn't sign one game thing or whatever.
But that was it. I'm talking about playing the whole season with him or something like that. No. Yeah, so Kobe's gone. So now it's the sheriffs in town are LeBron James and who else?
Steph.
Yeah, Steph. Boy, he's playing hot now too, man. I mean, they're looking like they're repeating. The way they're playing now early.
Literally haven't lost.
Yeah.
What would it be? We're worrying out if the Sixers went to Golden State. What would that line be? It had to be 20, right?
I don't think you're allowed to make a 20 point line in basketball.
In basketball, you never said that, but you have to.
Board. One
point
no line. No line.
I gotta pull it. When did we go? Yeah, I gotta pull it. When did we go to Golden State? Because that's
gonna be once, man.
That's gonna be a funny line. Yeah. I wish it was now, so it's just like winless against Golden State's playing there now. But now, and also another thing staying with basketball. I know B loves that, and also you big basketball fans you are. The new thing is Jahlil Okafor is apparently some troubled youth.
He's bored.
Everything he's done is the most 19-year-old things in the world. He got a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
He used a fake ID at a bar, and he got in a bar fight.
This is where you
like really. He's a troublemaker now.
This is where you and I separate all the time with this, because with the fun you say everybody's allowed to have. If you're me and you and we're young, we're 19. If you're making this kind of money and you're employed by this kind of employer, you can't do these things to maintain your income. You're not allowed to go out drinking at 19 anyway. That's number one. You're not allowed to hit people when you're starting forward for an NBA team.
You're not allowed to hit anybody, period.
That's my.
I know.
What he's saying at 19. At 19, we got in the scuffles. We did this kind of thing.
I understand. I'm just saying though, like we're acting like he got arrested for coke and for beating his girlfriend. He's done the most juvenile things. Like we're acting like he's on social media. You would literally think he's like
you're too young to remember a couple of old school Philly guys who got in bar fights and almost ruined their careers.
Barkley.
And Mellby, remember Scott Mellby got stabbed in a bar fight.
Somebody through a plate glass window one time.
Yeah, and spit on a girl.
Eric Lindros was in one. I mean, and the sad part is that was all before they were 21 too.
Yeah, but they were stories. They got in trouble. Things I just saying. Okay, they're not treating them anything different. It's just back then social media wasn't as hardcore as it is now. Where everything you do, you didn't have TMZ up your ass every 5 minutes.
It's funny because one of the trending things on Twitter today was hashtag things Jaleel did, and it was people were putting like twice. It's the most like. Just like
because there's ways of doing that.
Because they're making fun of it because they're acting like he's such a bad person. He did nothing.
When we were younger, we had the Inquirer Daily News and maybe the Bolton if somebody on the other side of the table had that too. That was where we got all of our information and sports radio.
And if you really did something hardcore, Johnny Carson spread it out to you on his mile out. Just so happened. That was it. You're right. That makes all this different. A guy like Johnny Manziel, a lot of his stuff would have been hidden. He wouldn't have had a cell phone to put that chaos on, and he would have got away with that. Because let's remember, those NFL players back in the 70s and 80s, they were boozers and crazy guys.
The Edmonton Oilers in the 80s were boozers and cokeheads.
Yeah, well,
that was we buried all that too.
Yeah, right. My point being, he didn't have the he didn't have the means to do that kind of stuff. So, poor Johnny Manziel. I just hope he stays around long enough for us to rip the shit out of him.
Granted, he didn't just get a speeding ticket. He was going 108 miles an hour.
On the bridge, right? on the Ben Franklin Bridge.
Yeah, he's testing out his fast car.
Exactly. He wants to stretch his legs a little bit.
But you got to go on the turnpike for that, not the bridge, man. Not where there's a million cameras and possibly you can kill yourself and a bunch of other people. Pick out the turnpike at 2 o'clock in the morning. You want to spread out to 108,
But that's
use your head a little bit.
That's just funny. Like, this is good to show you, like, when we were younger and Eric Lindros tried to get into a bar with a fake ID and we're like, dude, you're Eric Lindros. But they still let him in. Like now it's even worse because guess what? Yo, Okafor is here. Get your ass to it. You know what I mean?
And he's 6'11".
Yeah. It's not like Lindros wasn't a small munchkin either.
These tweets are so funny. Things Jaleel did. On Halloween, he took 2 pieces of candy from the side. It said, please take one. It said he used all the hot water in the shower, knowing people had to shower after him. So he's a rebel. He's a serious rebel here.
Before we move forward, I just want to send out my condolences to Donnie McNabb, the veteran ex-quarterback of Big Fraud himself. He's doing 18 days in jail for drunk driving multiple times. But here's the kicker: he gets out during the morning and has to go back in at night.
So he gets 18 nights of jail.
18 nights of jail. That's like the 12 days of Christmas for this clown. You know what I mean? Come on.
Is it 18 nights because he was supposed to do 9 days and he's just
he's Donnie McNabb. They're afraid to leave him in there during the day.
Is it that prison that's outside? It's a tent. Is it the tent prison?
I don't know what it is.
At least in the desert.
It's whatever. McNabb. He's got a big smile on his face on the line. He's all happy and stuff. He's got
lots of cigarettes.
ESPN whacked him. He's got to go away, man. Poor Donnie. What are you going to do with that guy? No Super Bowl ring. Now he's going to jail. What's next for him? Who knows? We'll keep on top of him, too. He might be some good.
Hashtag number 5 is depressed.
What?
Were you a McNabb fan?
I was.
His time here?
I was. What for?
You love number 5?
Because you got a lot of stats.
I liked him.
Yeah, we all.
Was he nice? That's why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Number 5 loves you back too.
Before we move into the wall report, I want to steal something from the wall report. So I know this is on the wall report, but it's mine. I dug it up. Not that I dug it up, it dug me up.
You uncovered this?
Tim, the fruit bowl Tebow. Okay, it's getting dumped by.
You can say it. We already said it once tonight, apparently.
Yeah. Well,
No, we can't say
it.
I'm kidding.
Obviously. I know.
Tim, the transsexual Tebow. Evidently, I guess Olivia Cupo, whatever her name is, she was the one-time Miss USA. She's leaving old Timster because she's not doing the dooster. Okay, the guy won't make love to the broad.
The dooster.
What's up with this guy? I mean, is this?
He's a man who sticks to his beliefs.
I guess that's cool, but I don't know what kind of belief is that.
It's his religious beliefs.
Hey, take care of your woman, man. What kind of belief? Take care of your woman. How do you not do this? I don't give a damn.
When he's married, he'll take care of his woman. That's his belief.
Whatever. Okay, you guys ride with that. Let them ride with that one, all right?
I'm not saying I agree with it, but I can respect it because if that's your
there's too much
belief.
goddamn respect going on in the show tonight. Okay,
yeah, but you should
respect.
What you should do is you should be happy that he's obviously a man who's faithful. If he's faithful to his beliefs, he's going to be faithful to his boyfriend.
I think he's scared. That's what I think. He's scared to play quarterback. He's scared to get in bed with a girl. That's what I think. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Too much.
And why would it be reported then if nobody give a shit, you know?
Because everyone likes to pick on Tebow because they're jealous of him.
Yeah, jealous.
That's right.
Everyone's jealous of Tebow.
Miss America, man. You Miss USA, he's whack.
What are you showing me?
I'm just showing the article right here.
Show me a
I'm just trying to tell you what it is. He's letting Miss America, Miss USA out the door. Take care of your woman. We end up divorced like me.
Oh, jeez. You take care of these women on these internet dates?
Not yet, man. They got to be worthy to cost. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
I'm just not, I'm not easy, man. You know, I want what I want. If they ain't right, they ain't getting it. Simple enough. That's how I read things. With that being said, I love this part of the show. I can sit back, relax.
It's everyone's favorite
burp.
All right, it is time once again for we must be getting to the end of the show because it's time for the Wall Report. I got a couple of things here for you. Also had some questions. So last week I asked you guys some questions, so I got some more for you as well. But we'll kick things off with some news stories. First things first. This is actually an old story that I found. I'll start with this one. It's this one's a current one. Brooke and Robin Lopez are the two big Twins centers or basketball players. They finally live in the same city. One plays for the Knicks, one plays for the Nets. Both in New York City. First time they lived in the same city since 2008. Both single men. They were planning on living together, but they can't. And the reason they can't live together, Cat is too mean. That's the reason they can't live together. That is probably the Tebow-ist reason that two men.
Let me tell you something. And I hate like hell interrupting the Wall Report because I think it's a fantastic part of the sports Goombahs.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost becoming legendary. You want to know the
Oh, yeah,
truth?
of course, yeah.
I have people on the street talk to me. Goes, when's the Wall Report coming? What time is that?
You know
coming
what's coming on.
They don't want to waste time listening to my crap. They want to hear the Wall Report.
1:15.
Anyway, I go out with a girl, don't like my dog. She's out the door. Okay, and it's happened several times.
Then you're probably gonna be alone for a while.
Well, that's it. You don't like the big stuff. You're out the door. I mean,
I'll give her credit. I'll give her a lot of respect. B did not respect tonight. She hasn't said a word in about a half hour.
That's right. And she's because you keep feeding her. I'm out of treats already, and then 5 minutes I'll come up with something else could be yapping away. But my dog, yeah, it's part of my family. She's a great barometer to what's good and what's bad.
Yeah.
Man,
So is that saying that Laura's bad then? Because it's been going nuts since she got here. So is Vic saying that Laura's bad?
You're a bit of all right, man. Don't worry about it. You're good. You can come back.
Hashtag creepy.
But yeah, Brooke and Robin can't live together because Brooke's cat is apparently really, really mean. It attacks Robin's cat and it attacks Robin. So they can't live. The two brothers can't live together, and they're actually sad by that. But when I saw this story, I had a link to other stories about someone calling us. I got a call on the Wall Report. But it's there's a story of the two brothers, Markeith and Marcus Morris. They're twins.
Hold on a second. We got to interrupt. We got to call. Welcome to Sports Goombahs. Yeah, you're on the air. I said, yeah, you're on the air. What's going on?
Can't hear anything.
I can't hear him.
Hang on a second. Hold on 1 second. My technology here. Hold on 1 second, man. Let me get the speaker on this damn thing. I don't know where the speaker is. Where's it coming from?
I have no idea.
I'm not going to hear anything.
I think it's safe to say we're not missing much.
Call back. Call back.
Don't call back. Yeah. We still won't be able to hear you.
I don't know where it was coming from. Like,
I don't know.
Stop interrupting the goddamn Wall Report. Let's go. Move on.
You're the tech whiz over here.
Yeah.
This is what we get for allowing the 52-year-old man to run all the
damn
tech.
telephone.
We need like a 15-year-old kid.
But yeah, speaking of twin brothers playing in the NBA, Marcus and Markeith Morris. This is a story from last year. I will preface that, but I just found it hilarious because I never heard this before. The Twins signed them to a contract. Now, they signed them to a combined 4-year, $52 million, and just told the two, you two split it how you want to split it. You're not signing you to X amount, you to X amount. Here's $52 million. You guys do with it as you feel necessary. And the fact that these are two grown men playing in the NBA, they have a joint bank account. They don't even have their own bank accounts. They share a bank account. Two men in their mid-20s.
I got nothing.
I can't imagine. There's some husband and wives out there who won't share bank accounts. And these are two brothers. I don't know if you guys have siblings. You guys share Would you share a bank account?
I have
with your
5 brothers. I wouldn't let them have a dime.
I
Not
found
one
that
of them.
interesting that 2 grown men share a bank account. That's phenomenal. Johnny Manziel's not the only one who's had a good evening in the last week. I don't know if you heard about Yasel Puig. Yeah, he went out Thanksgiving Eve. Nothing good happens on Thanksgiving Eve.
He's busy.
He went out and he got a bar fight. And apparently it started because he was roughing up his own sister. So he slapped her and pulled her hair, and the men in the bar did not like that and didn't take too kind of that. So they jumped him. It was all caught on tape too, by the way. So I'm sure you'll be able to catch that on the Wall Report page.
Like I said, man, nothing's.
Can't be beating your sister. Although I'm sure she had a good reason for it, right? Just kidding. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my breaking thing. Everything's breaking over here. Bengals defensive end Wallace Gilberry. See, this kind of thing. I'm sure obviously we all Facebook. How many stories do you see per day of? Yeah, so I was walking down the street and I handed a homeless guy 20. I just felt so good about it. Like if you talk about it and brag about it, it's not really doing a good deed. Well, Wallace Gilberry of the Bengals, he did a good deed. He was at Target buying clippers for his beard. He saw this family. There's a family of 5, and these 3 kids were asking about video games, and he said, I could tell by the parents, look at the parents' face, they couldn't afford it. And they was like, no. So he went and he bought them a PlayStation 4 for the family and a bunch of video games. Spent upwards of $800.
Nice.
Now, the reason we're finding out about it is not because Wallace went to Facebook for it. Just a passerby in the store took pictures of it and said, like, Wallace Gilberry buying somebody something like that. And eventually it's like, yeah, I did do. He's kind of embarrassed about it. But that's a good deed. Not telling the world, hey, guess what I just did? I just paid it forward. Douches. Rams wide receiver Stedman Bailey shot multiple times, including twice in the head during a drive-by.
Here we go. We got a call coming in again.
Guarantee this goes nowhere positive.
Sports Goombahs, welcome to the show. Give you another shot at this. Who's this, man? Give us your name before you talk on the show. It's you?
We're getting swatted again, aren't we?
Get the pieces out, B.
Blowing that one.
You know what? He just wants to interrupt the war. See, he's got some jealousy going on out there.
He's trying to rain my parade, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because Stedman Bailey got shot multiple times in the head in a drive-by outside his family's house. You can just disconnect it at this point.
Yeah,
you're not going to take the call.
No. Dude, you don't know who can call.
Maybe Jennifer Aniston.
Listen, keep going.
She may have heard that she's Cashy's cup of tea.
Oh, is Cashy available?
It happens.
Oh yeah, but his career's in jeopardy. And they showed there's blood all over the sidewalk stuff. And the house he was outside of was not exactly a desirable home. Kind of thinking if it's your family said you couldn't buy him a nice house or anything, couldn't get him out of there. Ugh. But yeah, that's what happens in here. Apparently they said they don't know what it was. They don't think it's drug
prognosis.
Related. They said it was his career's in jeopardy. He's out for the season, obviously.
For his life?
No, he's not going to die. They say he's not going to die. He was in surgery for like 12 hours. He's not going to die, though. Sad story. Actually got to pull this story up in a minute. The Towson University swim coach, Maureen Mead, who is a woman for the record, and it's a women's swim coach. She was arrested for allegedly setting up a phone in the women's locker room to record the team changing. Again, this is all allegedly, so I can't confirm the story, but yeah. So a women's swimming coach recording women getting changed, and she got arrested for it. Naturally, they caught her. And Kobe, the night he just, obviously we mentioned, he just announced that he's going to be retiring from the year's first game after his retirement. Just vintage Kobe, game on the line, down by 3, dribbling the ball outside the key for the tie, air ball. Because it's 2015 Kobe. I didn't say this is prime Kobe. This is 2015 Kobe. He completely airballed the ball. They lost the game. He's
substantiating.
He finished the game 4 for 20 shooting, which brings him to in his last 4 games a combined 18 for 76 shooting, which is 23% from the field.
You think that's
Cashy?
You think that's physical?
Yeah,
it's got to be, man, because even the retired guys can put that thing up there like that. There's got to be something wrong with his arms. He can't shoot,
He's completely breaking down.
Yeah, obviously.
Vladimir Klitschko lost the title.
I saw that.
He lost to Tyson.
Who is that guy?
That's not Mike Tyson.
Now he's saying he got drugged doing it, I heard.
No, it's a boxer named Tyson Fury. What a great name that is for a boxer, by the way.
He's a new heavyweight champion.
He is, and he's named, actually, ironically, he's named after Mike Tyson. His dad named him after Iron Mike. But yeah, Tyson Fury, he didn't knock him out. It was just a unanimous decision, which is, of course, all boxing is any days. But yeah, 10-year run as champ is over. It's his first loss in 11 years.
Wow.
For Klitschko.
That sounds like a name from like
Tyson
Expendables 4 or something.
It does. It sounds like you create a boxer and like the knockout video game. Yeah, Tyson Fury. Let's see, future.
But they are saying that there's an article saying that they think that they did some kind of drugging or something like that.
Come on.
What a Klitschko's, they got nothing left now. You know, what's he
going
to do?
It's the fact that I would be bored at that point. When you haven't lost a fight in 11 years.
11 years. I haven't fought anybody 11 years.
It's going through the motions. Yep. Future first-round pick, and this is a potential Eagles update here because this is a guy who's supposed to be a first-round pick. He's like a big Brock Osweiler type. He's 6'7". Memphis quarterback Paxton Lynch. They played SMU over the weekend. He only completed 9 passes in the first half, but they scored 56 points. He threw 7 touchdowns, which tied a Division I record. He was 9 of 11 passing for 7 touchdowns. And they ganked him. So look forward to that possibly. Although the Temple game, they played Memphis that game. He didn't look too good. So maybe that just shows how good Temple is. Because the very next game, Memphis came out and scored 56. Temple's actually in the championship game. Temple's in the AAC championship game.
About time, man. It's good. Good for them, man.
Good for them. Yeah.
Good way to lose their coach too.
Yeah. Social media was set ablaze today by ESPN's Robert Flores. It was on SportsCenter. Travis Kelce caught a touchdown. He did the Quan.
The white man shuffle.
It's not a white man's dance, that's for sure. He was doing the Quan, which would normally angry moms mailing teams and things like that, but nobody said a word. So Travis Kelce. So Flores says on the air, he goes, he's like, I wonder why there's no uproar over his television. Oh yeah, that's not right. That's right. He's not black. He said that on the air, and people were not. Some people were praising him, saying it's so true. It's so true. Some people were not happy with that.
You gotta hold the goddamn tongue, man.
Yeah, it's fine. If you just said he's white, that would be better. And then saying when you're not black, saying the word black, it's not something I really advise you to do.
It's all bullshit anyway, man. What you gotta do?
And the last story I'm trying to pull up because, like I said, my computer crashed on me in the beginning.
What, you have technical problems over there?
In the beginning of the show, yeah. I feel like you right now.
We had tech problems in this show. What's the matter with you?
But yeah, anyway, the
preparation, brother.
I'm prepared. Siena Heights women basketball defeats Great Lakes Christian basketball 91-1. 91-1. They're the 2 college teams. And the best part is they had the box score and the play-by-play. The game started with a technical foul before they even jumped the ball up. Apparently, Great Lakes Christian couldn't get their uniform numbers correct. It didn't match up or something like that. So they got teed before the game even started.
So they got a point. What, they sent them a line? Or?
Yeah, they went to the game started before the tip. They went straight to the line, took their free throws,
and they only made 1 of 2.
No, that was the winning team who went to the line. Though.
Oh, okay.
I wish I could find the rest of the box scores. The box score is absolutely hilarious. Actually, I think I have it here. The star player for, I guess I shouldn't say star player, but the best player for Great Lakes College. I'll pull it up. Their main player would have put up a whopping like 0 for 29 from the field. It was a mess of a game. He had 16 turnovers. It was just an absolute rout. I'll post the box score on the line on the Wall Report page, but yeah, 91-1. We always report on these wacky box scores, but 91-1 is pretty horrible. They did not the game. So that's what I have for the Wall Report in terms of storage. I got some questions for you. Some quick hot button issues for you guys if you want to answer some questions.
I'll answer them.
I'm gonna appreciate that. All right. 2 teams lost starting quarterback, and they're looking like they're going to be playoff teams. The Colts losing Luck. They got Matt Hasselbeck. Same thing. Broncos losing Manning with Osweiler. Let's just say both teams go to the playoffs. Do Manning and or Luck get their job back?
I don't. To me, I think Elway's got his second guy in there now. I think he knows. I don't put Manning back in there right now. I don't do it because it's not about pride and respect anymore. It's about a chance to to beat the Patriots. Especially when you look at Manning's always that one hit away from going down anyway. And also, what's his name? Brock Osweiler? Brock? I can't forget that name from me, big. I'm just gonna call him Brock, all right? Because I ain't gonna get that name right anyway. I like what I saw. I like the poise of this guy, especially in a situation last night where he was, he had to drive him down for what should have been the winning touchdown. Yeah, I definitely keep him in there.
Both of them.
Well,
Hasselbeck too. Hasselbeck's undefeated.
Yeah, what? Here's the thing. in the NFL, they always say you can't lose your job to injuries, but you do.
Well, any sport.
You do. The bottom line is they say that because it's the company line, but you do. No one wants to sit a guy down who's hot in any sport, and that's the way it goes. Hey, if this is the case, fine. Next year they'll fight for the starting. I know that with luck he was supposed to be the next one, and he very well might be, but he's injured. He's hurt. So you shelf him and you bring him back next year. You start over, especially if you got a quarterback who's doing it.
Same. You can stay with the hot hand. I wouldn't change nothing right now.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yep.
Laura, do you think Peyton Manning ever plays again? She likes Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
You think he does?
Yeah.
I think he's done.
Can you elaborate on that?
That's just a big fan, I guess.
I am.
Listen, he's just one of those guys. He's an athlete that got old. Something happens to guys. How many Brady's are there? None, pretty much.
All right. Now, of all the Eagles that has been let go under the chip regime, and that's Deshaun, LaShawn, any one of the ones, even Nate Allen's and all them. If you get or Evan Mathis, if you have any Eagle still playing right now that was let go by Chip to bring back this team, who would you want?
Well, we did the final let go. Okay, Macklin's wasn't let go. They just didn't pay him, right? So he's not. Because that's the only one I want back.
Let me rephrase. If you could have anyone if you have anyone who's left the team during the Chip regime, who would you want back?
Macklin.
I would definitely
Shady.
Yeah. Shady's not a bad idea. I don't know what's I don't watch. Every time I watch Buffalo, he's always running the ball in the end zone for some reason. Every time I look on him, he's been hot lately. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to say. Behind what's they'll be running against, running the offensive line they're running against, the situation, the whole thing. I don't know how well those guys would do here in this case. I mean, look at the running back now for the Eagles. They're on their teams they came from. They were good players. Yeah. They got it done. Here they can't get DeMarco Murray, who was a great running back. I mean, he was great. He led the league in rushing. Now he can't do anything on his team. Is that because he's quit, or is the team no good? Offensive line is that bad, or the play calling just sucks?
It's Macklin, Shady.
Yeah, that's what I think.
All right, Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Do any of these four deserve to get in?
Yes.
Bonds, McGuire, Sosa, Clemens. Do any?
No, they can't. Not at this point. I can't. You know what? It's. I don't know, man. No, but I don't know what the rule is anymore. I don't know. Is the steroid? Is that cheating? Is that considered downright cheating?
What?
Taking steroids and playing baseball?
It's your interpretation. What do you think?
Well, if I was a voter on that team,
that team. Yeah, if you were.
If I was Hall of Fame. I don't know. I don't like those guys. So that's the sway me. I don't like them. I don't like is the way they came out of this thing. If they would have come out of this thing, yeah, I did this shit. We were allowed to do it. We did it. Sorry, I did it. It was something that we did back then. What you can do, you can't take that back. If they would have come forward and said, yeah, okay, like some of the players that did do that, they said, yeah, we took it, and that's the deal. But they bullshitted and lied at first before someone came forward. I don't know if Clemens ever agreed. Did he ever say he did it?
No,
never did.
Never said he did.
His wife did.
Yeah, he knows he did. So he would have come clean. It's almost like Pete Rose. If Pete Rose would have came clean back in the day, yeah, gambled. By now he'd be in because it would have been okay. He admitted to doing wrong. But the lie is what keeps them out, I think. No, I couldn't put him in because I think they all lied.
I look at when did they officially ban steroids? What year was that?
What's that got to do with it, though?
Well, it has
quick takes.
Well,
quick takes.
I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
saying if you're not gonna take away their stats and everything they did, then you can't bar them from what they've done. Because if you're saying that he's the all-time lifetime home runs leader, then how do you keep him out? Because you can't then. And if you knew that they were doing steroids, which they probably did, and you did nothing about it, and then you said, "Oh, okay, after 1996, it's illegal." Anything that happened before 96, which a lot of that bullshit happened before 96.
But once again, B, he's asked the question is, where you put him in or out?
I put him in.
Okay.
All for it. And then one technically currently playing, A-Rod. Is A-Rod in?
No. I'll tell you why, because it happened after all that crap.
He lied again. Another guy. Is he a cheater? Yeah, I like A-Rod. Put him in.
Laura, A-Rod?
No.
No?
It's a good looking guy, man.
Barry Bonds? He's a cheater on the field or off the field? What? Is he a cheater on the field or off the field?
I don't know if he's off, is he?
All right, I figured that's your opinion. That's why I didn't like him.
Interesting you bring up the Bonds because I was reading here and the Marlins are going to hire Barry Bonds as a coach, base coach.
Are they going to, or is it just a discussion?
It says they got a May with kinds of things around it.
The Eagles may win this week.
Right. Well, it's the source.
It's not going to happen though.
No. it's out there, and likewise we talked about McGuire having it. McGuire quietly has been with St. Louis for what, 10 years now?
He's not there anymore. He's actually he's in San Diego now.
San Diego. Okay. Who did a 10-year stint with St. Louis, I think. Yeah.
I don't know how long. Or no, he went to San Diego or he was in LA maybe.
And he's doing the same thing over there too.
Yeah, he's hitting coach.
Right. Like he's not. His
hitting coach. All right. So the first two things you guys want to do is find the right vein.
Right.
You want to pop it in there. That's his coaching.
No, you want to take it in the ass.
Oh, sorry.
But McGuire obviously hasn't stepped up to the next level. He's doing the same thing with another team because like they can't put him up there yet. Not enough time has gone by. And I think in time, maybe 10 years from now, when when time goes by and people seem to forget, McGuire may be able to take that step. Bonds might get, his chance to be in the Hall of Fame.
We'll have to be by the veterans committee at that point.
Right.
Well, McGuire is off the ballot like this year, I think.
Yeah. And what do you have to wait? What do you wait? 15 years after?
I don't remember how
something like that. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what they're doing. They're keeping all these guys off the ballot until they don't have to be the ones selecting them.
Yeah.
Because none of these old heads want to select these guys because of the reputation that they have.
But eventually when the old heads are like, Jeter, Griffey, and these are the guys deciding they may let them in.
Because Pete Rose has got to croak first before he gets in the Hall of Fame. And that's it. His son will be accepting his award.
I think his son's dead too. I thought.
Rose's son's dead?
Didn't his son die? Someone's son died. I don't know. Somebody famous' son died. I thought it was Rose.
You're right.
NFL instant replay. Replay everything or replay nothing.
Just make the whole game a replay. In fact, don't even watch it. Watch it later on.
Should you be able to replay every single play that happens on the field, every call, or be able to replay nothing at all?
At this point, yeah. You know why? I'll tell you why. They got it.
Well, that's the question. It's multiple choice.
Yeah.
Is it all or nothing?
I'd rather see, truthfully, and I'm going to hate me for this because it's against everything I'm about, but the way it is now, I'd rather see nothing anymore.
That's fine.
Because it's gotten to be, it chips away at the game so bad now. You're watching the game, it's the flags, the replays. It's like the game, the action isn't even there. The action is what's going on before the action. It's not even a game anymore. It's an event that has all kinds of, subtitles going on. I mean, just watch these football games. It's like, even last night, the Patriot game, the timeouts, the discussions, the decisions, what's right, what's wrong, rules that we don't even know about are popping up out of nowhere. Or, I understand the question, but ultimately, I'd say everything is in the booth. Don't want these referees, just let them put the ball on the hash marks and call it from the booth. Get your referees off the field. There's no reason for these guys to be running around the field at this point. With this many cameras, if you're going to go with replay, use it to its max or don't use it at all at this point. You need referees on the field, let them put the ball on the hash mark, back off, blow the whistle.
Well, replays, yes or no?
Yeah.
I like her. One answer.
It's quick takes. It's what it's supposed to be.
Boom.
All right, the Lakers have 9 retired numbers in their history, so they do retire numbers. For Kobe, obviously he'll get retired. Do they retire 8, 24, or both?
What did he start off with? 8, right?
8, yeah. It was 8.
So why did he go to 24?
I don't know. He just felt he just wanted to change.
Whoa! It's a Jordan thing. That's right.
Well, Jordan wore that for like.
But I know, but that's
like half a year.
Once again, he's so like him. You get one number when you're on one team, man.
That's what I'm saying. But which one gets retired?
Yeah, to me, I'd say Kobe. You got to go with number 8. Take the 8's what you started with.
B.
I'd say what he finished with.
24. Laura, you hate Kobe, so
I'll tell you what. Tally him up. make it 32.
Well, I think somebody wore 32 there. I think his name was Magic. Was that his name?
Yeah, it's tragic.
Magic. Will there ever be an international NFL team?
Absolutely. They're already trying to do it. They're already
trying. Will there be an official home team?
So. I think if they figure out travel the way they're doing it now with the NFL, getting you back and forth quick enough, sure, why not?
B.
I stated that we'll see it in our lifetime. Yeah,
okay.
That London team.
You a fan of the London games and London team?
I am.
Is there any reason why you like it?
No.
Just because it's early game, you get to watch more football. It's different.
I look at it like this too. They're selling out like the soccer stadiums over there or football. Mm-hmm. They're selling out those stadiums, which have like 50 to 60,000 more seats than here. That's cha-ching right there. It's one way to look at it.
Now, I don't know how closely you're following, but I know you've, Cash, at least seen something with Steph Curry, the way he's playing right now. Is Steph Curry more dominant right now than LeBron was at his peak?
I need to see it a little longer.
But I'm saying, for this time frame, this 15 game stretch is just.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The way he's playing.
He's to the point of he's out of control.
Yeah, he's averaging like 30.
He doesn't hit the rim. He's not hitting rims, man. He's hitting net all his shots. He's so zoned in right now. I watched him the other night. It's almost a joke. And the effort he has put into his shots.
Yeah, it's not like he's doing it with the Kobe. I remember the 1 year Kobe was averaging like 35 a game, but he was doing off 30 shots a game.
You know when it's in? When he's shooting, and he's already hitting downfield, and the ball didn't go in the basket yet. He knows it's in.
He's shooting like 50% from three and like 94% from the line. It's insane. The guy just doesn't.
You know what else about him? He's a good dude. You know what I mean? He's a good dude.
You can't hate Steph. You like Steph Curry, right?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes on the court he looks a little stuck on himself like that. But when you hear him talk and he appears and he gives everybody the time of day, no matter who you are, it seems like. And he appears on shows and he does interviews and that's the kind of
it's gonna ruin him then.
He's got the title, dude. He can do whatever he wants. It's carte blanche.
It's okay now. Duh. And you know what? When you're a superstar, I think it's pretty. You have to have a little bit of arrogance and a little bit of. You need to.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Have the arrogance to be a superstar.
Or confidence, at least. If you're saying what he see on the court, I have no problem with that. Stuck on himself? Is that what you said?
No, not when I say you're taking out of content. When I say he looks on the court, he sometimes he makes those gestures when he's come down the court to other guys. That's okay. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying other than that, he's a good dude. You can't put words in my mouth. You're not gonna tell me that I'm picking apart because I say he doesn't have confidence.
I'm not saying like you said stuck on himself, and I didn't know what you meant.
I said sometimes when he comes down the court, he's like all the arrogant. That's the only thing that he does that makes him like the rest of them. Other than that, he's just a plain dude on the court. That's all.
Last question.
Picking that apart.
Last question's it's like a two-parter for you. First part: the Eagles and Sixers. They combined. They have 14 more games left in the year of 2015. Over/under wins 3.5 combined between the two of them.
Under.
Who knows?
The Eagles are the Sixers ain't going to win one, and the Eagles are going to win one.
Sixers are definitely going to win some basketball games. They're just going to hit teams that just don't want to play that night. Basketball is basketball. They'll win 10 games this year somehow.
So you're going over?
Yeah, definitely.
And the follow-up question to that is the Flyers play 12 games in December. Who wins more, the two combined of Eagles, Sixers, or the Flyers?
I think the Flyers do right now because what I've seen in the last couple games against Nashville and the Rangers, I was very impressed. They played some good hockey, a little defensive hockey, and up. I was shocked. I was shocked when they beat. I was on the other side of that game too.
Shut out the Rangers too.
Yeah, I mean, in the Nashville game, they just outmanned them, outbeat them physically and all. Still not the type of hockey I want to see. I want to see more goal scoring. But yeah, I think the Flyers are going to have a good December. But that being said. That's it. I'm not looking for anything special from this team right now.
Laura, with the Flyers, you're actually a hockey fan.
I am, but I haven't been able to watch them.
Why?
Because Mike won't let me.
No, I mean I've been working.
Because she wants me to take her to a game. And I wouldn't waste good hard-earned money on Flyers.
I don't know.
And that's the last question I had for you guys.
That's it.
Sorry, I only had eight questions for you.
Yeah, well, we're running over time. We got an hour and a half show today. Pretty good. All right, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. I got my crew. All right, had a lot to say, a lot of information. Come back anytime you want. It's a spot here for you. All right. Cashy the King, I got my chef, Brendan B, Mikey the Wall. Wall Report, always doing our thing.
Make sure to check out the fantasy show on Wednesday.
Absolutely. Mike will be back last week. You put up a decent lineup. I checked your stuff out last week, man. A lot of good stuff up on there. Yeah, stop on Wednesday. Coming into playoff time for all you fantasy people. It's time to make the moves. Time to stack up those rosters, that's for sure. Like I did, 5 quarterbacks on my team. Just in case, Hey, it's the way it is. It's called defensive fantasy football, fantasy sports. It works. Sports Goombahs, we'll see you next week. Well, let's start the show over.
Please, God, no.
I don't always listen to sports radio, but when I do,
of Doylestown also mitigates mold and mildew.
Crazy chaos. There we go. Yeah.